guys, it's JDL, and today we are rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets. Now, this close to the trade deadline, maybe it's past by the time I post this. What team is safe to rebuild? I don't know what team's gonna blow up. Honestly, I don't think Charlotte is gonna be a team. They're gonna make a lot of trades. Let's talk about Charlotte, man. I mean, they got Lamelo Ball, missed the All-Star game. Charlotte is really, really bad. Like, for perspective, Charlotte is literally like half of the Wizards wins this season, and the Wizards have 6 wins. So this team sucks. Brandon Miller has actually been pretty disappointing here in year 2. If you look at his shooting percentages, they're not 82 overall type shooting percentages. I'm gonna say that. This team needs a lot of help. We need a lot of defense, a lot of help on the wings. Lamelo himself, obviously, has to hone in the shot selection. I think if this team's ever gonna go anywhere. But let's do what I think a lot of people probably want to do. I just want to get Miles Bridges off the team, man. Bad vibes. This guy will beat anything but another NBA team. So let's get him off this team. So I'm gonna trade Miles Bridges for Santi Aldama and Luke Kennard. Also giving up Seth Curry, the hometown kid, but I don't really care. My boy Luke Kennard gets passed around like a football at Thanksgiving, but he just doesn't play much for, I feel like, a lot of teams. Aldama, he's tall at the power forward spot. I like that. I'm gonna try to really insulate Lamelo with extra defense. Yeah, our boy Lamelo is at a 70 perimeter defense, 5 below average. That boy got no strength. So after that trade, I feel like I kind of have my starting core 4 of starting guys. Sorry, I haven't done one of these in a while, guys. And I've got a backup point guard. And I think with a Kogi, I have a backup small forward. Maybe honestly a backup 2 with a Kogi size. Josh Green, we got beef. He used to whoop my ass at Madden, but not today. Today we're playing 2K. Okay, so I think the good news for us is we're probably still gonna suck. Our 2025 pick is lottery protected. So this year, the #1 goal, stay in the lottery, because this draft class has Cooper, the Flag, Arias, Ace, Bailey, BJ, Edgecombe. Those are the guys I'm really wanting to get. Obviously, Dylan Harper is an absolute stud, but I am looking to get Bailey, Flag, or Edgecombe here, just for the size, for the positional need. So year 1, we got Lamelo, B. Miller, Cody Martin, Santi Aldama, Mark Williams. Off the bench, we got Treyman, Kennard, Okogie, and Grant Williams. To be honest, year 1, don't really care too much about this team, how it's gonna perform. I really want us to be bad. I might have to trade a good player if we're doing too good. And if everything breaks right, this should be a quick rebuild. We've got a lot of cap space this summer. We only need to bring back Man and Aldana, and hopefully we'll have a top pick in the draft, and Lamelo can hopefully take another step forward. So let's go to the trade deadline. Let's hope I don't ball out. Hope I don't do too well. Right now we're doing too well. We're doing way too well. 5 and 6 is doing too good. Bro, we are 9th. We need to get out of the play-in. We are 8th in the conference. How? How are we 8th in the conference? What is going on? All right, we need to have a talking to. Wizards, you suck. Sixers, you suck. Nets, you suck. Miami Heat, you suck. Pacers, how are the Pacers and the Hawks so bad? Did everyone die? No, Halliburton's still alive. Bro, I cannot let the Spurs take this lottery pick from us. It's so important. The problem I'm having, though, is my core 4, 23, 23, 22, 23. I mean, these guys are all young. Brandon Miller, low-key kind of old, 22. Says his fatigue is sluggish. I don't want a guy who plays like me out there. I want athletes. Okay, I'm still going to go to the trade deadline. We might have to do some coaching malpractice to get us to where we need to actually go, because we're starting to win too many games. Like, we literally beat the Suns. Now we beat the Clippers. So the day before the trade deadline, I've got the Hornets up to 24 and 26, but that is still 7th in the conference. That's still like too good. I think what I'm going to try to do to make us a little bit worse is trade some of our vets who are kind of playing well out there. Kennard, who I wasn't going to bring back anyway. Grant Williams. Both of them are low-key some of our better plus-minus players. Okogie I actually do want to keep around. So I'm going to try to just trade Grant and Kennard for draft capital. See, if they're playing well in this universe, they'll fetch some draft capital. Hopefully we can just replace them with some Garbos and head to the bottom of the standings. Also, getting off Grant Williams' contract was going to be something we were going to have to do anyway. $13 million a year for Grant Williams seems a little too much for me. A little too rich for my blood. And there are the Atlanta Hawks, the team that is willing to give me a first-round pick in this world where Luke Kennard is balling out for us. Actually, one of our best plus-minus players. And I'll pick up Muhammad Gay. I think that's how you would pronounce that. Okay, now we got Grant Williams here. Let's trade him as well. I'm going to trade him for Matisse Thybulle's expiring salary and a second-round pick. Sweet. Hopefully that takes us down a notch. Hopefully that notches us down. The standings, currently we are like 2 games ahead of number 12, only 4 games ahead of 13. So we do have a lot of room to drop. So hopefully after kind of messing up our bench, tanking our bench, we can start losing, hopefully. Yeah, I did a masterful job with the tank there. We are all the way down to 13th in the conference after just trading the bench guys. The bench was carrying us. Luka MVP, Knicks went 60 and 22. LeBron James, clutch player of the year. Lamelo Ball made all NBA third team. Let's go. Our boy Lamelo averaged 26, 4 and 6. Efficient shooting, that's what I like to see. And Mark Williams made a defense team. All right, a lot of awards for us, and even though we were pretty bad, so I'll take it. NBA Finals looks like it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks, who we traded the Atlanta Hawks, who were actually worse than us during that trade. Luke Kennard helped push the Atlanta Hawks all the way to the conference finals, where they eventually lost to the Detroit Pistons. So we've got a Pistons Mavericks finals. No surprise the Mavericks win that one. Luka MVP. LeBron James to the Hall of Fame. And this is where things get real. The Spurs own number 6, which is our pick. Hopefully we can do better than 6. 6 is not a horrible place to be in the lottery, but hopefully we can do better than 6. I think we have the capital to maybe move up. It's going to be hard to move up in this draft with how good the top guys are, but I think if we could get Ace Bailey here as an off-the-ball shooter, that would be amazing. Okay, pick number 8 is the Bulls. Okay, pick number 7 is us. Okay, so we ended up being number 7. That is a bummer. All right, 7th pick in the draft. Obviously, the Heat, Blazers, Jazz, Nets, Wizards, and Thunder. Thunder don't really need to pick this high. I don't know what it would take to move up just one spot with the Thunder, though. So the Thunder will give me a very interesting trade offer. They're Clippers, Rockets, draft pick swap, and the 6th pick if I give them pick 7, but I also have to give up Josh Green. We actually are going to have so much cap space to rebuild our bench that I honestly think this is a good move. So we're going to roll with this. So we move up one spot in the draft and we pick up a pick for next year. Okay, Harper goes number 1 overall. Wow. Fox gets traded for the 2nd overall pick and they take Cooper Flagg. No surprise there. Another trade. The Rockets are trading up to the 3rd overall pick, and they are going to take Ace Bailey. Okay, so hopefully we get our chance at Edgecombe. Trey Johnson goes 4. Number 5, yes, we are going to be getting Edgecombe out of Baylor. 26 trade offers, though. Some good players in these offers. Nothing crazy, though. Nothing that's going to make me change my mind. We are going to take Edgecombe here, and we also have Atlanta's pick at 19 now, and we're going to snag Drake Powell to be a backup guard. That'll let us be flexible, maybe moving off of man if we need to get value for him for some reason. Okay, so 76 overall there. Pretty good for us. We signed 5 rookies, including 2nd rounders, which I'm going to take in the 2nd rounders, even though they're not so good because the contracts, man, keeping it cheap. We're going to decline Nick Smith Jr. I know he's young, but 21, 74 overall, not seeing it. And sadly, Thibault had a player option that he accepted. And of course, we're going to bring back Brandon Miller and Mark Williams. Big goal this offseason, re-sign Santi and Trey Mann and sign a lot of bench guys. Starting with a backup big, Naz Reid would be huge, but I feel like we could go cheaper here because we really want, a lot of depth. So I'm going to go with Mo Wagner, even though Reed is obviously better. Wagner, I'll slide him a 3-year deal at $14 million, which he's agreeing to. Okay, Trey Mann, let's see if we can get him to come back. Young, he's going to be our backup guard for a minute. Team option at the end of that. Okay. Aldama, our starting PF. He could be my BFF if he signs this contract. And we signed both him and Trey Mann, so we're in a good spot. So we go like 2 deep at most positions. Tejan Salon was the Hornets' 1st-round pick last year. He is waiting in the wings to back up Aldama, so I like him being our bench guy there. I don't know if he's ready yet. Small forward, I am going to move Brandon Miller to small forward this year. Play Edgecombe at the 2. Powell, I know will develop, but this first year, because now I feel like we should actually try to be decent. So I feel like a backup 2 guard wouldn't be the worst idea, but not a lot of options right now. So we are going to try to go sign that man, Bojan Bogdanovic. Now, because your first name is not Nikola, we can only offer you $8 million. If you were a Nikola, whose last name ends in an itch, okay, what the frick, dude? Why would you not sign with me? You know what? I don't like Taurean Prince, bro. He's a fraud. So that might be the end of our free agency run. You know what? Fine. A lot of green arrows, obviously. Very young team. Things are looking up. I think we're in a really good spot now. So the year 2 rotation is looking pretty good. We got LaMelo Ball, Edgecombe, Miller, Aldama, and Mark Williams. We have a really nice pick and roll pairing with LaMelo and Williams. We've got great shooting on the outside with Aldama, Miller, and Edgecombe. We have shot creation next to LaMelo to attack closeouts. I mean, this should be a really good dynamic offense. Miller can also do some, isolation transition scoring and set things up for Lamelo off the ball. Off the bench, we've got a pretty good point guard in Trey Mann. We've got Mo Wagner for size, Okogie, good energy guy, good runner, Tajon Salon developing, and Cody, you know what? We're only gonna play a 9-man rotation, so Cody Martin and Thibault at 76 overall, no minutes. So I think we're gonna be a pretty good team. Let's see if that happens to be the case. We're gonna simulate to the 1st of January, see if we're for real. What would be a successful season here? I feel like a successful season for us would be making the playoffs, being competitive in the first round, if not outright making it to the second round. The way this season is starting out, I think we're gonna get a lot more than that. We are 14-2. We are 15-2. Baby, that's the Pacers. That means we are 16-2. Nuggets, probably a loss. A win, 17-2. Yeah, so we're 26-7 at this point. Honestly, next year, we have to bring back Okogie and we have to bring back Williams. And we have the cap space to re-sign both of those guys to not worry about it. I feel like we're in a really good spot. I mean, we're going to re-sign both of those guys. Williams is going to need a big deal. Okogie's not. Yeah, I mean, and we're going to have draft capital. We've got that Clippers-Rockets swap. The Clippers are 12th, the Rockets are 10th. That's going to be a mid-lottery pick. So you know what? I'm not even going to go to the trade deadline. I'm just going to simulate the entire regular season. I'm just going to let Martin be an expiring. I'm going to let what's-his-face be an expiring. I don't even remember who we're talking about. Irrelevant. Thibault. Irrelevant. That guy hasn't... Who's talked about Matisse Thibault since he was a Sixer? Sorry, why am I being so mean to Matisse Thibault? I'm sorry, Matisse. You seem like a really nice guy. Go Australians. Doncic wins the MVP. Flag wins the Rookie of the Year. But I won Executive of the Year. I'm looking good right now. Yeah, we went 64-18. That's pretty damn good. I think I'd rather have a 64-18 than an MVP. Lamelo Ball does make the NBA third team. Averaged about 26, 4, and 8. Wow, his assists were way up from last year. So that's pretty good for us. The teammates around him, we put a much better team around him. His efficiency is a lot better this year. His plus minus, he went from -3 to a +11. Lamelo beasted and feasted. And speaking of beasting, feasting, we are going to eat the Chicago Bulls alive. We're going to start with the horns and end with the hooves, bro. This team is garbanzo beans compared to us. Simulating the round. All right, 4-1, and now the real test. The Boston Celtics. Pritchard, White, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis. Bro, low-key, you know what? The Celtics should find all of the color last names so they could be like blue, white, yellow, brown, orange. That'd be cool. This team, obviously, I don't want to be biased. The Celtics are better than us. I mean, they have a higher overall at literally every position except for point guard. And Peyton Pritchard, I would bet, could light LaMelo Ball up. That dude can score. So we're in a bad spot. Do you like how perimeter-oriented they are? We have a lot of size. I mean, they are the 4 seed. Maybe their chemistry's not rocking and rolling like that. I'm just going to simulate. They take game 1 and game 2. Okay. They take game 3. They are better than us. They're better than us. Okay, well, we take game 4. We take game 5. Reverse sweep. Nope, never mind. You know what? Honestly, that's what I wanted this year. A competitive second round. We took them to 6. I feel like that is a competitive second round. And the Mavericks win the championship again. All right, year 3. I really feel like this is the year that we bring it all together and we win the championship. So the Hornets, we have the 4th best odds via the Clippers. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna skip. Oh, we ended up in number 3. Number 3. Let's go. Oh, yes, sir. So I'm in win now mode. I kind of feel like we could probably maybe trade this pick. Somebody give us a really good trade offer, and I'm really going to consider it. All but one team offered us a trade here. Ivica Zubac, straight up. Our center depth would go crazy. That's an insane trade for us. Bam Adebayo, but we have to give up Trey Mann. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. Dude, we are getting some like real players. Tyler Hero. Wow. I kind of like this, man. So Zubac gives us just the best backup center in the NBA. He's on a decent contract too. Hero, I mean, literally just an amazing player. 87 overall. Like, this would be the best backup point guard, like guard, or we could back up Edgecombe. I mean, we're going for the chip. You guys know I love my bigs. I feel like I already have too many players in the Tyler Hero kind of like self-shot creator mold, like with Edgecombe and Miller and low-key LaMelo as well. So I feel like Ivica Zubac is the trade I'm going to make. It's a win now trade. I'm here to win a title. The Hornets have never won a title. I'm not here for long-term sustainability. I'm here to win right now, right here. And the Clippers pick a 69 overall with the pick. I mean, we could have got this guy 76 overall at 21 years old. I guess really not that many great players. 74 overall 19-year-old Elton Buchanan would have been the best pick I could have made at that spot, or this guy, but just those guys aren't even going to help me for a year or two. I feel pretty good about that trade. So obviously we're going to bring back all the young guys. Mark Williams is the guy we got to bring back. Also Josh Okogie. Josh, come back. We need you on our bench. Do you see? We can't win without you. I mean, he signed. I don't have to keep singing. Okay. Marky, you know you want to come back to the Hornets, Mark. I'm going to pay you $35 million. No, he took it. He's so greedy. All he cares about is money. That's what I knew we were going to get him. All he wanted was money. Also, if Chris Boucher is apparently affordable and he's just chilling here at 80 overall, I'm going to sign him. Now, I'm only going to sign him for a 1-year deal, but I'm going to sign him. Thank you, Chris. Welcome to the team. So many green arrows. This team is in an amazing position now. Salon is up to an 80. I don't even need Wagner anymore. Low key, I'm wondering if there's a way I can really upgrade that Aldama spot now. Like, Santi was a big part of what we're doing, but we're trying to do something bigger than what we've been doing. We're trying to do a championship. So it might be time. Dude, I have a lot of good players now. Like, this roster is loaded. So I could trade Aldama and Moritz Wagner for LeBron, but doesn't seem right. OG Anunoby! But I can't give up Aldama for Anunoby. I gotta give up... I mean, maybe I'd do this. I'd be taking on a lot of salary to trade for OG, but I could start Salon at the 4, bring OG off the bench, man. Because I'm going to start Zubac at the bench. I don't need Wagner anymore. I feel like I just don't need Aldama. So I'm going to make this trade, man. All right, so right now, our team is just ridiculous. We got Lamelo Ball. We got Edgecombe, Brandon Miller, Tajon Salon, Mark Williams. I mean, this team is nice, man. Salon is smaller than Aldama, but he has higher defensive ratings inside, outside. Mentally, physically, emotionally, he's more defensive. Bro, and then this bench. This is probably the best bench in NBA history. Zubac, Anunoby, Trey Mann, and Boucher. And soon, Drake Powell, the other guy we picked last year, he's going to be ready to hoop. And on the rest of the NBA, I'm about to take a poop, bro. We're about to kill these dudes. We're going to the trade deadline in case something goes wrong, but if we don't win the title this year, I will banana Sprite. I don't know. Something's got to give. Okay, at the trade deadline, we are 44-8. Now, at one point, we were 24-2, which means since then, we're 20-6, which is all right. You know, we're okay. We are so far ahead of the rest of the East right now, it's insane. We are winning an average game by 21 points. Statistically, this is the most dominant team in NBA history, so we're simulating the rest of the year. If we lose, like, I gotta quit, bro. This is the best team I think I've ever made. We'll see where it ends the season, but 21-point differential is absurd. Like, we are clobbering pretty much everybody we play. Lamelo Ball wins the MVP. You knew it was coming off a 70-win season. 27 points, 8 assists. All-NBA first team. No other All-NBA guys for us, which is a little disappointing given that we literally won 70 games. All right, round 1, we've got the New York Knicks. They got Brunson, Bridges, Pacome, Didiat, Hart, and Lawson, but somehow Karl Anthony Towns is their representative on this screen. He's not on that starting 5. Is he on their team? Yeah, so they're bringing Karl Towns off the bench, which, I mean, that's cool. Nice job, Knicks. Take this L, brother. 4-1. We got the Chicago Bulls. This is the team that we absolutely demolished last year. They've added Aaron Gordon. They've lost Zach LaVine. I feel like that makes them a worse team. 4-1 again. The Brooklyn Nets. Watching you guys. Who you guys got? They got Tyus Jones, Cam Thomas. This team's horrible, bro. We're going to kill this team. What is this team? This is not a real team. But the fact that they've made it this far kind of scares me. Game 1, they win. Game 2, we win. Wow. Okay, close games other than that one. 3-1. Maybe game 1 was the fluke. We're in the NBA Finals. Here we go. We got Edwards, Anthony versus LaMelo Ball. All right, they got Dillingham, Edwards, McDaniels, Randall, and Reed. They're kind of a tiny team. Randall, I know he's, tough, and Reed is tough. They're kind of small, though. Reed, bro, this man blocks Jokic. Utmost respect for Big Nas, but I feel like we should beat this team. I really do. We've gone 4-1 every series. Let's see if that's the case this series. We got 1, 2. We spot them 1. I think we're only going to spot them 1. We win the chip. We get LaMelo his first championship. He averages 32 a game. I mean, we gave LaMelo an absolutely incredible team. I mean, what a squad. Like, legitimately, what a squad. Probably no other All-Stars, maybe Brandon Miller at this point in their careers, but like, just 10 sub all-star players. Guys right on the cusp. Kogi, Boucher don't even play for us at 80 overall. That's just, this team is stacked. So we got LaMelo his first ring. Comment down below who's the next player we should try to get their first championship to. If you enjoyed this video, you can click right up here to watch my Sacramento Kings rebuild. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.